Hi, Jimmy Korolov speaking. A few words in addition to what I've thought about yesterday about difference between travel and walk. Walk is moving through some very well-known environment. My native house, my native city, my native town. And travel is always a way to something unknown. But there is also the difference between knowledge and understanding. You see, certainly when I go through Moscow, I don't know Moscow, well, with their square inch, no. But I understand Moscow. Moscow is a large town, something like 10 million people or 12 million people. We don't know because under totalitarian regime there is no statistics at all. But about 12 million people in usual circle, in usual borders, so to say. And I don't know all Moscow streets perfectly well, but I can go to the completely new, for me, region of Moscow, and I shall understand it perfectly, because there is such a thing as system, context, language. Anywhere in Moscow I speak one and the same language with houses, people, accidents, and so on and so forth. And when I am nearly in every Russian town, it's close to the same. But when I am in Kharkiv, in Kiev, or in New York, and I've been in New York twice or something like this, it's a completely different story. I do know English language, although I've never lived in any foreign country, English-speaking country, for such a time as to have some practice. So it's my knowledge of English language is very bookish. But even when I come to Kharkiv, where 90% of inhabitants, they speak Russian. Certainly it's not perfectly Russian, it's Russian with the strongest influence of Ukrainian language, but they're Russians. And still, immediately when I come out from the train, and there was a time before the war, before 2019, I've been in Kharkiv every year. I went to the church council to participate in it as a priest of the Ukrainian Orthodox Church. And immediately when I come out of the train, I am in another country. And this will be not a walk through Kharkiv, but a travel. And I've repeated this travel for 14 years, every year, every Great Lent, April or March, and still it was a travel, it was not a walk, except one street, Poltavsky Shlag, on which our cathedral stands. I came to know this street perfectly well, visually and psychologically, I guess. So that's the problem, or not the problem, that's the difference between knowing God. God is unknown. You cannot know God, but you can understand Him. So when American Protestants say that you must know Christ, I disagree. You must understand Christ. It's just like do I know my wife? No, certainly no. Although we are in marriage for 46 years. I don't know her. With every year, I do understand that she's a large amount of that I can know more and more about her. Certainly, I do know her habits, what she does like, what she doesn't like, and I can predict her behavior in the most situations. But this is not a knowledge. This is just a mechanical part of her life. But I do understand her, and she understands me with all my vices and with all my virtues, for sure. I do have some virtues, vices. And I think that this is why physics are different from humanitarian knowledge. Humanitarian knowledge is not a knowledge at all, in the scientific sense of the word. Humanitarian knowledge is understanding without proper knowledge. And science, physics, mathematics, is knowledge without understanding and without even an attempt of understanding. Well, to some extent, certainly in geography you can know and you can understand. And sociology is a semi-humanitarian knowledge. Psychology the same. So understanding God, I don't know why non-violence, non-resistance to evil with evil is a proper thing. But I understand this. I don't understand how you can forgive everyone. But I do understand if I have love and faith to God. Jimmy Carrot of Moscow. Bye.